Hey there, welcome to the Healthy Vibes podcast. I am Kelly Renato, your host, a mom of two, and a fitness and health enthusiast and encourager. I'm on a mission to help moms feel good about themselves, find time for themselves, and get their strength back so that every single day they can show up how they want to. I know what it's like to feel overwhelmed, unhealthy as a mom, anxious, worn out, and never enough. That is why I want to share with you every single week simple choices that have helped me to feel more confident and content. Each week I'll bring you a short dose of inspiration for you and your family, empowering you to show up for yourself, love who you are, and encouraging you to become more intentional every day with your choices so that you can feel stronger, more confident, and fulfilled. Are you ready to truly love who you are? Get out of that rat race, know that you're enough, and follow the path that you want to? It's time to nurture your mind, body, and soul. You get to make this choice every single day, and I want to help you. Let's start today. You ready? Here we go. Hey there, and welcome to the Healthy Vibes podcast. I'm Kelly Renato, and thank you so much for sharing this time with me. As always, I just want to chit-chat about something for a little bit of time, hopefully inspire you, maybe make you think about things in your life and become more aware of what makes you feel good and maybe what you need to say no to. And today, I just want to talk about happiness, which is such a big, huge topic, and I am not an expert, and I'm not claiming to be. And there's so many different ways we could go and so many things. I even read a few articles on it as I was thinking about doing this, and I heard on the radio station, which made me think about it. They were saying there was a survey that said 14% of people in America say they're happy. And I thought, first of all, it's a hard time, I think, with everything going on to say, a lot of people, it's tough times. A lot of uncertainty, unsettled, it's a different time right now. And so how do we define happiness, first of all? And that's what I first was thinking, what do people think happy is? And I'm sure everyone sees this differently. And I want to say this conversation does not minimize those of us that need help, like really need to talk to a professional, might need medication. I'm not minimizing that at all, and I think that if you feel that you need that, you should get that. There is absolutely a place for that, and it's absolutely okay. I do think there's some of us that need medication and need professional help, but I also think that there are choices and things in our lives that still help us every day to feel better. Because what is happiness? I said, how do you define happiness? I believe when I think about it, it's liking who I am and having, feeling content with my life. Does it mean my life is great all the time? No. Does it mean I have everything I want and I get everything I want? No. Does it mean I get along with everyone in my life and my marriage is perfect and my kids are, perfect? No. First of all, there's no perfect. And I think happiness to me is feeling good about yourself, which goes back to self-care and, what do you feed your mind and all of that. But it also, it comes in waves. And I think that it is the ability, even when life isn't great, to be able to find good, be able to get through things and know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel or there's hope, even when things look dark. Like being able to find good even in hard times. Because I think we have bad days. I think I've thought to myself many a times, I'm not happy. This doesn't make me happy. I wish this was better. But I think then, now that I take care of myself and I feel good about myself, when I start feeling that way, I think, what can I do to make myself feel better? So when I have those woe is me days, or things aren't going well, or I'm not getting along with people in my life, or someone is sick, or things are just hard, whether it's a hard day, a hard season, whatever it is, I think, what is my next best choice to make me feel better? Does that mean that one choice snaps me out of it? No. I feel that it's an accumulation of good choices that bring me back to a better place. So maybe first I just pause because I think, if I'm either sad, if I'm mad, if I'm resentful, irritated, I want to stop what I'm feeling. So I just pause. Whether I sit alone, whether I listen to music, go for a walk, go for a drive. Walking is a big thing for me, or sitting in quiet is a big thing for me. And amazingly, if I sit there long enough or I walk, I can start to feel better and I feel it. It doesn't mean it fixes it and all of a sudden I'm like, everything's great now. No, it just means that I think, okay, I've turned the corner and I'm going to feel better. I'm not going to let this bad day, completely bring me down. And I think there's an awareness that comes, and I will keep saying that. I think it's so important to start becoming aware of what brings you joy, what brings you down, what affects your energy. And I do think there comes a point where you almost are immediately aware of something and you really start losing tolerance for it because you're so aware. But it's good because then you really want to make changes. You don't want certain things to affect your energy, to affect your attitude, to affect your happiness. You choose, you make better choices. So even though we have good days and bad days, good moments and bad moments, we can turn it around. So if you're feeling like you're having such a bad day, what is your next best choice? Whether it's a walk, crank up some music and sing as you go down the road. These things might seem so minimal to you, but I do think little choices add up to making a difference in how you feel, and slowly you get out of it. Again, it's not a miracle worker. It's not snapping you out of it, but it just starts to help. And then you just keep doing this, because you can either keep digging your hole and make yourself feel worse and worse and worse and just keep saying, me, woe is me, I'm mad, mad, mad. Or you can say, hey, I'm going to go for a walk. That'll make me feel better. I'm going to go work out. That'll make me feel better. I'm going to crank up my music. That'll make me feel better. You know what? I'm going to sit here until I am ready, and I'm going to meditate on forgiving that person that's upset me for the day so that I can move on. And again, this isn't minimizing I need to go see a doctor or get help or, take another turn first. I think that there's a place for that before all of this, but all of this can always help. No matter how down we are, we should always take that next choice of what'll make me feel better. Is there a person that we call that makes us feel better? Is it, just maybe going and helping a neighbor makes us feel better. Being kind, going and talking to someone different makes us feel better. Sometimes I think we just need to allow ourselves to get out of our funk and be happy. Say, you know what? Even though all these things are crashing around me, it is okay for me to find the good in today and be happy in today. I know I've done that before when I feel like both of my parents are in the hospital, or I have a friend who's going through a rough time. I have another friend that might be separated, another friend that's having struggles with their kids, and all of these things are weighing on me, and I pray about it. But sometimes I have to pray about it and help each of them the best I can, but also allow myself to be happy for me and my family. It doesn't mean that I don't care about them. But sometimes we just need to allow ourselves and say it's okay to be happy, even though there's a lot of things going on in the world. We help people. We do our best to help people. We pray. We care about people, but we know we can't fix everything. But if we're doing the best we can to at least help ourselves to be in a better place, that helps our family. That helps the people we're helping. So we always have to go back to that responsibility of, let's make us feel better, and it's good because we help others when we feel better. So some other things besides just going for a walk, I've said before, practicing gratitude, finding the good and being the light for someone else. Sometimes when we feel rough, if we're the light for someone else, it helps bring us up. Someone that's worse off than we are, or someone that's going through something harder than we are. So even when things are uncertain and hard, you can still have happiness, because happiness doesn't mean that everything's great. It means that you are still willing to find the good in whatever's going on. So there's always going to be struggles. So let's try to find the good and still make that choice that can lift us up during the struggles, because we'll handle the struggles better. We're always going to go through hard seasons. And I find if you find people in your life that can help you laugh and smile in the midst of the hard seasons, it makes it better. I feel thankful. I have, some family that's really good at, and sometimes I think some people think we're crazy for laughing at what we're going through, but it helps us get through things when you can still stay light and laugh. It doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean you care less. It just means you're trying to get yourself through this hard time, because for your health, you need to. And even in disagreements, we're going to have disagreements, but let's learn to forgive and give grace and move on quicker than hold grudges. It's not good for our health. So there's things we can do every day, small choices to make us feel happier. And if you look at, I wrote an article last year about happiness, and it's on Me and You in January of 2019. And it talks about, just making our choice to be happy and choosing what makes us feel good. And it's okay to be happy right here in this moment. Don't think when I get that next job, when I get my bigger house, when finally find a relationship that works. Don't think that way. Find happiness right now. Find good in your life right now. And I also wrote one on my daily 5, which are 5 things every day I always do that make me feel good. Prayer, gratitude practice, kindness, being kind to anyone, water, and moving. These days, I walk and I walk and I walk. I walk my dog at least once or twice a day. I walk by myself. I'll go walk with anyone that'll walk with me, because walking it makes me feel better. I've learned at my age, it makes me feel better. So there's a lot of things we can do, and I'm going to say, which I've said it before, but there are things you also need to not do. You got to stop doing. If you're finding yourself in a vicious cycle of unhappiness, poor me, I'm not enough, there are things you have got to stop doing, meaning you got to let go of comparison. Stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing your kids, your husband, your house, your life. Stop. Embrace your life. Don't judge others. Judging others, you got to stop. Learning to say no. No, no, no. So many people have resentment, anger, aggravation, irritation, and it's because they said yes. Just say no. Yeah, you might upset people along the way, but in the end, you're going to be happier and healthier. It's not about being mean. It's about protecting your space, boundaries, healthy boundaries. Everyone needs them. Your kids need them. You need to give them to your kids. Don't expect your kids to do something. Give them boundaries. Boundaries are so healthy. And all of these things you're teaching your kids. And you can have boundaries and say no when you know you're choosing whatever your decision is for God, for your family, for your values. That's what comes first. So do all those good things to fill you up. But, some of these things, if you're still doing them, you have to say no to them. Because happiness comes in waves. We have moments of happiness. We have days of happiness, seasons of good things. And if you're not feeling that right now, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. But you can start doing things to feel it sooner. The small things you do every day will lead little by little by little by little. You'll feel a little better. Little by little by little by little more, you'll feel a little better. It takes time, but it'll come. So small choices. And the takeaway this week is you get to choose what your next choice is. So if right now when you're listening to this, you're having a bad day, it's been a bad few days, bad season, choose now what is your next best choice. This is for you to get out of the funk and make you feel better. Crank up the music, go for a walk, call that friend you've been wanting to talk to, go help your neighbor. Pick something that will make you feel better. Laugh, watch something funny, choose something to lift you up, and then choose again and choose again. Your challenge this week is to become aware and pay attention to the choices you make and what makes you feel good and happy and what takes away your happiness. And the more you become aware, I promise you, if you know something is stealing your joy, you'll start saying no to it. You better start saying no to it. So if you want to read some more, read my article. Go on my website, kellyrenato.com, and read my article last January. Happiness is on Me and You. There's a link in that article to my Daily 5. And some of the things I already quoted throughout, but some of the quotes that I've seen on happiness that I love is happiness is in the moment, one moment at a time. Don't look at it as a good day, bad day. Look at it as I'm enjoying this moment right now. Don't worry about the next moment. Enjoy this moment. And happiness really does come in waves. So if you're not feeling it right now, make the next best choice so that you'll feel it again, so that it'll come again. All right? And it doesn't mean that everything is great. Happiness does not mean everything's great. It just means that you are willing to see past whatever it is right now that is your challenge, whatever it is that's, imperfect or not good, and find the good. See the light. You get to choose that. You do. So enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. Thank you for being here. Please leave a review if you can. I would love to hear from you. And I'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye. I appreciate you sharing this time with me today. I am grateful you are here. And if you have anyone that you feel could also benefit from this encouragement, please share it with them today. You can also add a quick review on iTunes, which would mean the world to me and help me just to make this better for each and every one of you out there. I will be here each week, so please be sure to subscribe to the podcast or join me at kellyrenato.com to get the latest episode and more tools to help you on your journey to feel your best and enjoy every single day exactly where you are. I would love to have you join my journey, and let's all add good, healthy vibes anywhere we can, every single day. Enjoy your week and embrace the season you're in, and I look forward to next week. Take care. Bye-bye.